everyone. Welcome back to JP's Budget Collecting and our weekly whatever report. We're a day late, but we are here. No D&D tonight because Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. So we didn't do D&D tonight because several of our folks had stuff going on with the mothers in their lives. So we had to cancel this week. But I actually went over Friday and spent Friday and Saturday with my mom and came back home today. So I stayed through this morning, came back home today. So I'm here. So we just bumped the whatever report to Sunday because I got to work tomorrow. So that's why I'm here now. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And yeah, we're hanging out on a Sunday instead of our usual Saturday. My man GT Key was in here early tailgating. Don't see any other comments yet. Looks like there's a few people maybe out there, but Frog Brawler is here. Good evening, sir. Welcome. Glad you could make it. I hope you celebrated the moms in your life this weekend. So yeah. All right. So enough about them. Let's talk about some other stuff. In a whole day, come on. They don't really need the whole day, do they? So yeah, we are here hanging out. Let's see, what do we got? Our usual whatever stuff. What are we drinking? Tonight we're just doing a little water. It's been a very weird week. The week's been one of those that I probably could do with a few drinks or more, but yeah, I haven't really done much drinking this week, and yeah, we decided tonight I wasn't going to start tonight. My man John is in here. I hope he and the girls did nice things for his wife today, and I hope he called his mom. So Jackson, what is going on? Jackson Roker, hello mothers. Yes, hello mothers. So we're hanging out on a Sunday instead of our normal Saturday, and yeah, it was kind of a very weird week for me. You guys did at least get a video from me. Hey, Comic Jeff, what's going on? What is up? You can. Part of it is what's making a racket in the background. So yeah, like Monday, I ended up having to leave work because I had a sinus headache. Made breakfast tacos. Took their mom to see Fall Guy. Now finishing up shepherd's pie for dinner. There you go. Nice. Getting the work done. Good job by you. Fall Guy looks like it should be fun. So I did see your little comment. So it looks like it should be fun, but I have not went and seen it. One second. Mix it, Maddie B. What is going on? Since I'm down there in Texas, there you go. You, what? Come here, old man. Yeah, you're okay. Come here. You're fine. So yeah, it was a very strange week for me. I had a sinus headache on Monday, like I hadn't had it in years. Like it was debilitating. Like a headache so bad, almost threw up, kind of headache. So that was really bad on Monday, but it got better enough. Then Tuesday, do a little personal note here. John's wheeling and dealing in the chat right now. I thought I was losing the dog on Tuesday. He was all but non-responsive almost all day. He'd woke me up Tuesday morning, like he was like gagging and stuff, like maybe he had like liquid on his lungs kind of thing. And I thought, oh, joy. And then by like lunchtime, he was just out of it, like in a way I'd never seen or experienced before. I called the vet. We were kind of thing. He wasn't really in pain. He just couldn't hardly hold his head up, couldn't do anything. And I went to bed, wouldn't drink water, wouldn't eat, wouldn't nothing. He finally drank a little water right before we went to bed Tuesday night. And I went to bed, like I mourned him Tuesday. And with the plan of Wednesday of making the call to the vet, because that's not something, that's not a way for him to live, like the way Tuesday was. And Wednesday morning, he was back to what he'd been. So I don't know what happened. He's been fine ever since. I mean, in his current condition of a 14-and-a-half-year-old dog, but like, I don't know. Like, it was a weird week. It threw my whole week off. I'm not gonna lie. Ended up working most of the day Wednesday, which was supposed to be a holiday for me because I didn't really work Tuesday or Monday. And then, yeah, it was a very strange. Hey, George. It is Sunday because I spent yesterday with my mom. Well, actually Friday and yesterday with my mom. And then we weren't doing D&D tonight. So there you go. I guess. But he didn't like really interact with me on Tuesday. It was very, very weird. But we seem to be fine now. So at least for the foreseeable, we'll see. Maybe tomorrow will be another bad day, but hope not. So I hope not. Yeah. A variant because I'm on Sunday. Yeah, so anyway, so that was my personal stuff. It kind of made my week weird. I won't lie. But we're back. We're functioning. We seem to be moving forward. So let's get on. So that was you guys got my weird personal stuff at the beginning. What's coming up on the channel? So I already got the stuff ready to do Cash or Trash tomorrow. I could have done it tonight, but I just was like, I've kind of locked that into Mondays at this point. So I figured I would just stay on Mondays for that. I believe I actually haven't double checked. I need to double check with them both. Unruly and Greg and I are going to be reading more Black Science on Wednesday. At some point, I need to discuss what is or is not the future of. Technically, the last episode should have been the first episode of season 5 of the indie show. But I don't know what the indie show is going to become. No offense, nobody watches it. Not that that's really what it's about. It's about me hanging out with people and talking comics. But I don't know where it's going to go. I want to keep doing Black Science with those two fellows. If we get a Black Hammer thing, I'll do it with those. I may just take inspiration. It may not be like a regular thing. It may just be if I get inspired. Or I may morph it into something else where I just do some videos on my own. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with. Maybe I'll have a show and we'll talk about it. We'll do a live stream at some point. But for now, there will be a Black Science Volume 4 discussion, I think on Wednesday, unless somebody ends up having to cancel. So that'll come this week. And other than that, I don't know if there's much this week going on. Other than like the usual stuff next weekend, probably. At least that's my plan. I'm trying to do a Let's Collect, but I got like a whole bunch of it started. And then, which mainly went like I went through, figured out what the keys are going to be, figured out the storyline stuff. And then I started on the covers, which always takes me the longest. And I think I got the like big list of like real potential covers, but I haven't even started narrowing it down. And that by big list, I mean like over 100 covers. There's like over 100 covers on there for Emma. And like, I already started narrowing that down. And that was there. Like, I was at this stage like over a week ago now, and I'm still at this stage. So it looks like I'm just going to be a month behind my goal of one a month for 2024 already. But it will come out in May. My thought was trying to get it out early in May and then get another one out in late May. and trying to get back on track. I don't think that's going to happen. So, but at some point in the next couple of weeks, we'll get let's collect Emma out. So yeah, that's what's coming up on the channel. I don't know that I have a whole lot to talk about tonight. You guys are we're gonna have a long, whatever you guys want to talk about tonight section, I think. What did we pick up this week? Nothing. Whatever we picked up this week is I picked up a topper for my truck. That's what I picked up this week. That's what I spent all my money on. I've been wanting one for a while. I got one of the like hard folding ones, like to put on the back of my truck, which costs way too much money, but I already like it. I already like am using it. So that was what I picked up this week. I knew I was picking that up. I'd been working on setting some stuff aside to get that done. So yeah, that's like the only thing I picked up this week. My Midtown books, man, I will say I almost have done 3 years now of doing Midtown. We're approaching the 3-year mark of me having switched over to Midtown when I lost my LCS. And for the first 2 years, other than around like the holidays, Midtown was super consistent. I got it Friday or Saturday. So it ships every 2 weeks, and I would get it the second Wednesday of those 2 weeks. I would get it that Friday or Saturday every time. Like super consistent. And since the holidays, they have been they've never gotten back to consistent this year. I don't know what the deal is. There's been a lot of haven't gotten stuff. A lot of times not getting until Monday after the Wednesday. I think I had one that didn't come to like the Tuesday. This week I should have gotten it. You know, I'd been finally the last 3 rounds had been fairly consistent of Friday or Saturday, and then now it's didn't come this week, so we didn't get it. So there should be some more stuff coming. So I just got the offer accepted for Hot Toys Iron Man Mark 46 diecast. Very nice. Good for you, man. That's awesome. That is cool. That is super cool. I can't wait to see that. Yeah. The Tolf is filling fast. The Tolf. I'm going to assume that's a typo, but I don't know what the Tolf is. Is that the shelf? the Tolf. I don't know what the Tolf is, Carlito. So, but that's awesome. That is super cool that you got that. Your offer was accepted. So yeah, we really didn't pick anything else up this week. I don't know when I'll really pick anything else. IKEA, the Tolf cabinet. Okay. Wizard from Michigan. So, yeah. I don't know when we'll get some more stuff coming in here. I got a few things that I'm looking at. My finances, I need to get things just a touch back under control. I've stretched myself just a little thin on a couple things. Well, the truck topper certainly put a dent. But yeah, we're in good shape. I mean, I could go and buy some stuff right now, but I just don't know where I'm going next. So yeah. I have not gotten an AOK in quite a while. Not that anybody needs to send me one, but it has been. When was the last thing I got as an AOK? I got a couple last year, like some smaller stuff, but I have not gotten it. Yeah, like there for a while, I was getting some crazy AOKs, some amazing stuff that was super. I was super appreciative of. People were awesome. And I think, because I'm always just a little bit uncomfortable with the whole AOK. And I finally think I got to the point where I'd stop, being a little uncomfortable with the AOK thing. Because particularly then, I was not in a financial place where I could kind of return the favor the way I would like to for folks, which is not the point of an A-OK. I get it. It's not. That's not what it's about. Uh, I actually think over the next year or so, depending on how things go, I might actually get to where I can start doing some additional A-OKs for some folks that I've been hoping to do for a while. There's a few folks that I'd really like to do some things for that I just have never gotten around to. But I haven't gotten one for a while. I want to say Carlito stopped sending me stuff. Daymare stopped sending me stuff. John stopped sending me stuff. TJ stopped sending me stuff. Unruly stopped sending me stuff. So, and there were some other folks that had sent me stuff too. George D. Rung, who was in here earlier, sent me some stuff. Lois has sent me some stuff. I want to say maybe Lois is the last one to send me anything. And I want to say, yeah, that was last year. So I have not gotten any A-OKs this year. And that is not a plea for A-OK. But I mean, obviously, anytime somebody wants to send me something, that's amazing and super nice. And I am super appreciative. I have gotten over the fact that I should not tell people my uncomfortableness. I've just learned to deal with it. But yeah, I'm not going to tell somebody to send me something. I'm not very hide. I don't hide my. I also think my want list recently has gotten a little bit more expensive as I've gotten just some really bigger stuff left. There's a few things that aren't super huge, but I make it pretty clear the things I'm looking for, so I don't make it too hard to do an A-OK for me. D is still here. Hey, there he is. There's my man. So yeah. So George has sent me several nice things over the years, as has Carlito. So D is me. D is me. You are here. So I'm glad to see you there, George. You're awesome. But I miss hanging out with my man George. I haven't seen him in person for too long. It's been too long. So but yeah. What else? Oh, that's the 19 money dried up. There you go. Yeah, well, I mean, I think also part of it is lots of people the Beneath the Trees finale dropped this week. Very cool. Very cool. I haven't read any of that. It'll be interesting to see if it's one I pick up or not. Very nice. If you're okay, from Comic Town 2021. Wow, very cool. That's awesome, Toby. My man Daymare, he must have heard him. We heard us talking about him, so he must have heard us talking about him. I haven't got there yet. We'll get there in a minute. We're on what we picked up this week, which was nothing, and then somebody asked about A-OKs, and I said I hadn't gotten any for a little while. So yeah. 24. That doesn't help for sure. Sad thing is, I'm actually somewhat better off than I was back then. The Trees finale, very cool. You can. The replay was that Toby was asking me if I'd gotten any recent A-OKs, and I said I had not, and that nobody had sent me some stuff for a while. I was getting a ton of stuff. He was commenting that I'd gotten a ton of stuff back a year or two ago. 21, 22, 2021, 22, I got a ton of A-OKs. And I said, you and Carlito and D-Runk and John and some others hadn't sent me stuff recently. Not that you need to. Oh, that was okay. Something went by the window and it threw me for a second. I didn't realize what it was. So it's one of the neighbor kid has this motorbike that's he's like a teenager, and it's one of those little bitty motorcycles with the little it's a little bitty thing, and he went by and it just threw me for a second when I seen him go by the window. So I have not. George is being dramatic, Carlito. George is being dramatic. I have not been as over the moon as the community in general is, but I have really liked it. It's really, really good. So let's not throw things out. So yeah. Well, like I can stop you. So this is true. I have not disliked X-Men '97. I just probably have not been. I've had a few minor complaints. Overall, though, it's been fantastic. Like, um, I was not as the first part of the finale didn't do as much for me as it seemed to for everybody else. I thought it was kind of slow a little bit. It's probably because there was a huge focus on Jean and Cyclops and Cable, which are not my favorites necessarily. But the second part of the finale we'll get to in a minute. So yeah. Well, that's what we do, right? The only things I've nitpicked all season. Let's set the record straight here. Let's get to this. Let's just get to this. Let's just get to this. We'll skip over what are we reading, what are we watching, and then we'll just go straight here. So people know we're talking. The only thing I've nitpicked all season that really bothered me was I thought the whole Storm life death stuff got rushed. I wish they'd given it they gave it part of 2 episodes, and I wish it had gotten the majority of those 2 episodes instead of spending so much time with Jubilee and Mojo World and getting like less than 10 minutes of Storm Forge at the back. And it felt rushed. The relationship between Storm and Forge felt rushed. It didn't feel earned. Like I was just disappointed in how they handled that storyline. That's my entire major nitpick of the whole season is that one thing. And then I thought the first part of the finale was a little flat for me compared to the way everyone else reacted. And I didn't quite understand what I was missing, but that's it. Those are my nitpicks. Only 2. We'll get to the rest of it here in just a second. This is the one. Yeah. So, yeah. See, that's fair. I said it straight. George is just winding me up. He's just winding me up to get me fired up. Part 2 of the finale. Freaking fantastic. I really, really enjoyed it. Chuck is a loser. And they didn't really hold back on the fact that most of their problems are because of him. They even gave Cyclops a couple of decent moments that I will even admit to. Everybody talked about how this has been great for Cyclops, and I thought it was just standard Cyclops that I don't enjoy very much for the most part all season. I thought this episode was he was better than typical for him. What? I love that Rogue and I don't know why any of them, to be honest. I get that Magneto went full on destroy the Earth, screw them all, and I get that they wouldn't necessarily join him, but I don't know why any of them were listening to Charles at this point. He freaking abandoned them. He comes back, and yeah, Professor X is a jerk for sure, and I thought they did a good job with it. I thought they handled most of it pretty well. I didn't say praise. I thought they were, but for him, they were better. I try not to be a just hater. I give John and them a hard time. He is not my favorite character. Generally speaking, I don't like the character. I just don't. But I thought that doesn't mean he can't have good moments. I'm not blind. I'm not ridiculous. He saw doing episode 1, and then no surprise there. No surprise there. But no, I thought it was well done. I thought, like I said, I don't know why any of them. They're obviously setting a bunch of stuff up here for the finale. I thought their plan was a little silly, and why they had like 12 hours and then they waited till the last hour to like go, and they were just kind of standing around, and like, I mean, there was a few things there that was like, let's ratchet up the drama. And I'll be honest, the Magneto thing, I feel like, here's my complaint. This is with Charles and Cyclops' plan. Is they should have all just went after Bastion. If you take him down, remove the threat of the People Sentinels or whatever, then you go talk to Eric and a legitimate thing. We've removed this threat. Let's, like, then you go deal with him. Why they attacked him when there was no, I mean, like, that to me, there's your planner, your two leader planners are both idiots. But I did think that, yeah, Chuck, like, gonna mentally force him. And I realized Cyclops even did that for, like, selfish reasons when he blasted him, but it was nice to see him blast. It was nice to see him, like, let him have it for a few minutes when he came back. I thought those were both actually pretty good moments for him. So there you go. Don't try too hard. I can't, I didn't say he was a great character. I just said it was for him. The Cable Gene thing was pretty cool. I'm super curious to see, like, they kind of just knocked Storm out of the picture for a moment. We'll see her come back, obviously. I think we all know what's going to happen with Jean. I think I'll be super good. I mean, obviously they've set up the whole Onslaught thing for next season. Yeah, the fight was great. Yeah, but yeah, they should have went after those two as a unit rather than, in my opinion, rather than going after Magneto. But they had to have the drama of the Magneto stuff. So yeah, and the moment at the end, the Wolverine Magneto, obviously that's freaking fantastic. So overall, like, if I had to rate X-Men 97 through 9 episodes, it's like an A-. Like, it's freaking fantastic. It's fantastic. I realize everybody would be like, oh, you're like, am I over the moon? Is it perfect? Is it a perfect show? No, but it's really, really good. And they've done a fantastic job with it. So there you go. Got you on mute until X-Men spoilers over. Don't forget to change the crop, please. Okay, I will do that. So yeah, so that is the finale. We got one more episode. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be great. And so we'll get rid of that for Carlito. And we will go back to, oh no, we're still gonna do this, but not. All right, Carlito, are you back? We've discussed X-Men 97. I've given my views on the most recent episode. Are you back? I want to make sure you're back. So we'll see. We're gonna wait. We're gonna make Carlito type in the chat. I make sure I got the crawl and make sure he's here and getting here. Because then I'm gonna spoil X-Men 97. I'm just kidding. You won't believe what happened. So, all right. Other thing I watched this week, which was way back early in the week, is I got through the second part of the Tales of the Empire, the Barris episode. So if you're not a fan of like Clone Wars, you probably don't like have a huge thing. I will say they have done like, give Filoni an animation and Star Wars, like, let him run, like, bring some of that stuff back. So I thought those, like, the Morgan stuff, like, I didn't care about, and the Bear stuff, I thought both of them were really well done. They did not live up to the heights of the Tales of the Jedi, Dooku, and Ahsoka stories, in my opinion. I thought those were better than this season, the Tales of the Empire season. But I still thought they were really well done and really well handled. So that was the other thing I watched this week, was I got through the rest of those. And I thought they were fantastic. So I really like the arc they gave Barris, like as a follow up to where they left her, kind of just like in an unknown place at the end of Clone Wars. It's kind of evil, although as it turned out, she was sort of right, although she did it the wrong way, but that kind of thing. But yeah, so no, I thought it was really good. So, what else we got? What are we reading? I haven't really read a whole lot this week. My thumbnail was One Piece. I've been working through my reread. I am obviously on volume 22, so I'm almost to the end of Alabasta at this point. I'm obviously caught up on the most recent current chapter as well. It's been fun to see like some of the folks in the community that have discovered this, like, because I've been into this for so long and I never really talked about it. And it's been fun to see some other people in the community after the live action kind of find it and read it and enjoy it. And yeah, that's been a fun interaction too. Like I said, we're going to talk Black Science on Wednesday. At least that's the plan. So I got to get that read. But otherwise, I didn't get much read. It was, like I said, it was a weird week. I traveled and I was on the road the last couple nights and I wasn't feeling good one night, and the stuff with the dog was one night, and yeah, I didn't get much read this week, but so I didn't get through any more of my back issues of new books, and I really didn't get through any of my other trades that I was hoping to get to. Shockingly, Magic Lasso will not be surprised. I didn't get through a bunch of that stuff, but hopefully this week maybe we'll get to some more stuff. But yeah, next thing probably is I'll probably work on this a little bit. I got to read Black Science. I'll probably read Black Science tomorrow, actually. I may save that for Tuesday night because it reads pretty quick. It does read pretty quick. So I may save that for Tuesday night to discuss Wednesday. All right. With that, I think we're ready for just whatever you guys want to talk about. I don't think I really have anything else to like bring up and discuss at the moment. We got spoilers for X-Men 97 again. The rest was Carlito. Carlito, you need to be caught up. So, says the guy who was like a couple times when he did this on a Saturday had not watched the previous week's episode early in the show. So, but I did go on and watch Wednesday. I did watch it Wednesday. So, which I think this was the first week I watched it Wednesday that I actually got to it day of release. So later, George. Hope you had a great weekend and you have a good week coming up. And yeah, we'll talk to you later, my friend. So I've heard really good things about that. I might have to grab that trade. There's 2 Tom King trades that are like that I need to grab and read that people have talked about because I've enjoyed more Tom King stuff than I've disliked. I know he's very polarizing as a writer, but my enjoyment from the best of the Tom King stuff has been more than. I mean, the Batman stuff was obviously like I loved the early part of his Batman run, and it just kind of fell apart. We'll see how long he's on Wonder Woman because I'm enjoying the heck out of his Wonder Woman run, and maybe he should keep it to like 20 issues, and we'll see what happens. But I'm enjoying the heck out of it, so we'll see, and not 100 issues, which was his plan for Batman that he then shortened to like 75 or whatever it was, because it just wandered. Once the wedding thing went downhill, it just wandered. It was not concise and to the point and anymore. But I've enjoyed more King than I've disliked, and I haven't went back and read the Supergirl stuff. I haven't gotten a trade for that yet, and I have not. Human Target, I've heard really good things about. Like, I loved Mr. Miracle, but I didn't. I started to read Strange Adventures, and maybe I just didn't stick with it long enough. But I just didn't care. Like, I was 2 issues in, and I was just like, eh. But yeah, Oh, that's easily my favorite King. If you've enjoyed anything by King and you haven't read Mr. Miracle, that's the one. That is so good. It is so freaking good. It is freaking fantastic. I don't have a trade of his Mr. Miracle run. I have the single issues, but I don't have a trade. I should get a trade just to read. So yeah. I mean, I've kept those single issues, even though usually series like that I get rid of, but I've kept those issues because, yeah. Greater than all? I don't think so, Carlito. Like, it has some really, really high highs, but it also has some pretty low lows in terms of that Batman run. Like, I mean, there's some really, really good stuff in there. War of Jokes and Riddles is really good. A lot of the lead up to the wedding is really, really good. The double date between Lois and Clark and Bruce and Selena is fantastic. There's a little segment in there with Bruce and Diana that's really good. There's some really good stuff in there. And then there's some crap that makes no sense on the back end of that. And then his Batman Catwoman miniseries that he did, which was kind of supposed to be a follow-up, that is incomprehensible. It's really bad. Like, I freely admit that is bad by King. I did not like that at all. But having said all that, I love a lot of his other stuff. So, yeah. The early part with Bane, before they got into the jokes and riddles, was really good. Yeah. The last half was not. Kite Man. There you go. Oh, I'm kidding. Mr. Favorite too, yeah. You know, I've never gotten around to the Vision either. I need to. There's a lot of his stuff I need to read that I have not gotten to. There's a lot of just everybody's stuff I need to read that I haven't gotten to. I have I talk about my stack, my reading stack of like fresh issues. My reading stack of trades is stupid, stupid over here. But well, you know, maybe eventually we'll get to some of those things. Vision was good. It has a 75. Nice, very nice. What else we got? Oh, good. Sorry. I'm apparently tired. So, what else? What else is going on with me? I did get some stuff come in this week. So, any of you guys that have been following me for a while or following me on Instagram knows that during the pandemic, I started running. And I actually, at one point, was in pretty good shape. I lost a decent amount of weight and was in pretty good shape. And then I kind of faded on it because I'd gotten way out of shape during the pandemic. And then last year, my feet, I need to have surgery on both feet. They're a mess. So I can't really like the running just was killing me. I got bone spurs. I got no cartilage and joint. It's just a mess. But like slightly less impact. I don't know. It may still hurt my feet, but so I'm gonna try rucking. If you know what that is, which is like backpacking, like putting weight in a backpack and like walking, like walking trails and that kind of stuff. But I'm probably just gonna walk like along the road and out here the hills that I used to run. So I got some sandbags that came, so I'm gonna try to start the exercising thing again. You guys can follow me on Instagram, see how much I fail, but I need to do something. I'm in terrible shape. Last year's been weird. Like between my feet, kind of ending my running thing, and then like having to take care of the dog as much as I have, and it's just like sucked up some the time that I used to spend working out, and yeah, but I got to do something because it's bad. I'm in terrible shape right now. It's awful. So the Wall of Keys. So at the start of the year, you guys know I moved downstairs to the basement. I finally got my basement done. It was going to be my new studio. It was going to be Yeah, it's where the channel was going to be. It's still down there. All the stuff is down there. There's still, well, actually not at the moment because I was gone for an extended period, so I locked everything up and I haven't pulled it back out. There was still a wall of keys for the longest time. I've been up here because of the dog. Uh, we are, as I talked about at the beginning of the stream, I thought Tuesday was it. um, and but he bounced back Wednesday, and seem to be kind of back to what has become normal. But he is basically disabled at this point. I mean, I have to help him get around. He's a 15-year-old lab, and his back legs don't want to work, and he has trouble getting up. He has trouble walking. So he can't really get around, and he's also gotten because I'm here a lot more. He can't make it through the day, so I work from home a lot, or at least like half the day most days. Because otherwise I'm coming home and clean up an accident because he can't make it the 8-9 hours anymore. About 6 is about all I want to leave him at the moment. And he's 14 and a half. And it's been like this for a few months. And he kind of was starting to, like, when I go down there, he would like kind of start to freak out a little bit. Like if I stay down there for an extended period, particularly in the evenings, it seemed like it was worse than if I was doing something during the day. So I've just kind of been up here streaming. I work up here during the day. He lays here next to me in the office. We've just gotten in this pattern. So that's why I'm here, and obviously I took all the stuff downstairs, which is why there's no like background anymore. I put the bed back in this, like the spare bed back in this office. It's over there where I used to sit. Because that's the wall that you guys used to see. And so at some point we'll be back downstairs. I would say in the next couple of months. Maybe not. Who knows? He's already been here longer than I expected. So I used to do an elliptical quite a bit. I'd go over to the rec center here in town and used it, and I just haven't done that for a while. I got tired of dealing with the people and like the lot and trying to get in, and there was always like it was mostly crowded, and I don't know. And I just was running on the road for so long, and then once I got out of the pattern, I just got out of the pattern doing anything, and that's what I got to break. I got to get back to doing something else. That's the other thing. The previous time when I did better, I was also doing. My biggest thing is it's diet, but it's mostly portion control. Like if I just like make myself stop, if I slow down and don't, if I eat it just a little slower, control my portions a little better. The worst thing is, I will say, it's been a double whammy because I stopped running. And then I've been here a ton instead of at the office. And because of the dog and his situation, particularly over the last 6 months, 6 to 8 months almost at this point. Well, at the office, I take my lunch and I eat whatever I take with me. Here, like the kitchen's like 5 feet away, and and I'm constantly like, I'm gonna grab it. My willpower has been terrible about not going in there and getting some sort of snack or something. Like it's 9:30 and I'm starving. Like even though I had breakfast, it's like, oh. And I go get what used to be like I'd taken my lunch, like my granola bar, but then I get something else, and then I get and it's just. Yeah, I need to get back to not being here all the time would help. And I need to get out of this damn chair. So, yeah. I mean, I have some space downstairs. I could potentially do it. I try not to eat late at night for the most part. I usually try to eat fairly early, but I still need to control my portions at night better. That's a big thing, is if I could control my portions at night better. And I need to eat a little better too. Like I need to there's been a lot of laziness in terms of some of my purchasing in terms of food. It's hard to eat good when you're by yourself. I mean, as a single Carlito, single person, it's hard to eat well. Yeah, it's just hard. I'm back in a tiny apartment. There you go. I haven't really looked into an elliptical. I'm gonna try this other. I like getting out. I like walking the road. I think that getting out helps me. I just need to get back in the pattern again. So we'll see. And we'll see how it does with the impact. Packing the weight. It may start to bother my feet. I mean, let me be honest, once his time comes, I'm probably going to be laid up again for a little bit because I'm probably going to, at that point, I'm probably going to try to get my feet fixed, at least start. So I'll be laid up for a period anyway, so that then after that, hopefully I can do stuff again. So, but I can't do that right now because I can't be laid up because I got to take care of it. So, no. Where's your robot? TJ's not wrong. TJ coming in hot. Right there. How's it going, TJ? I am glad to see you, my friends. We were talking about you earlier. We were talking about AOKs and stuff earlier. We were talking about you because you are a king of awesome AOKs. And although you've gotten a few from this guy over the years. But so yeah, we were talking about you earlier. So and there's some of that too. There's definitely too much easy fast food, but yeah. But I need to just start working out again. Kids that eat 3 fish can be tough, yeah. Drawing these hot toys is better, but still not great. Yeah. So. All right, we got 10 minutes left. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap this up? Take this dog back outside for one last time tonight. So yeah, drink of water. What else is going on in my life? I've told you guys pretty much everything's going on in my life at the moment. Not that I ever really hold back too much. That I haven't gotten into statues. That's been a cost thing and a space thing. I'm wanting to get some stuff maybe for downstairs once I get back downstairs. Just the problem is the ones I really want, the ones that really look good, are really expensive. I'm like, I don't, and gigantic, and I don't really need that. But at some point, I will probably have a few. I just have not. That's not a trigger I've pulled yet. I want them. I look at them and I go, "Oh, that's awesome!" And then I just don't spend the money. It's kind of like, what was it? My friend No Good Comics, Justin, was giving me a hard time because he's like, "Hey, how have you not gotten any of these One Piece cards?" Because he's gotten into One Piece and now he's getting the cards and all this stuff. And he's like, "They're super cool." And I'm like, and my sister's got all these really cool Star Wars Lego stuff, and I'm like, and I haven't done the Legos, and I haven't done the cards again. And where am I going to put this stuff? And I can barely afford the comics that I want and the stuff that I don't need to collect something else. Although I mean, the whole reason I originally got into all the Funkos, in a lot of ways, the Funkos were my inlet to statues because I couldn't afford real statues. And when I was buying a ton of Funkos, it's because I couldn't afford statues. It was these are my little my figs, my replacement for statues, basically. And now I haven't bought any Funkos for a long time. But yeah. I did not talk about the Superman suit. Well, that looked pretty good. I don't know. There was a lot of memes. I couldn't tell if the general consensus was it looked good or it didn't. I thought it looked fine. It didn't jump out at me as a huge leap better than some of the others we've seen. I think there's been some good ones. But it looked good, I thought. So, yeah. I mean, I've also gotten some original art stuff. Like I have a few pages, not very many, just a few, and some other art. So that's another where I've went that money hasn't went to statues yet. um, but so there's a couple different things that like it's just so much. There's so much like, and then books and trades, and I've been buying a ton of trades and hardcovers, and yeah, there's the funds only go so far, and that's why the Legos and cards and statues to this point haven't happened. Not because I don't want them, because the money only goes so far. So, hey, Vinny, what's going on? Hot toys are not exactly cheap, but yeah, they're also super cool. Size and space issue too. Yeah. Oh, I mean, let's. Hey, Kachung. Hey, Kachung, Delphia. I'm glad you guys are here. I haven't seen you guys too much lately, but I am awesome that you are here right now. I miss seeing you guys more. I hope everything is well with you. It's life. I've had him for 14 and a half years. Like, I've been super lucky. But yeah, like, I live alone. The cat, which I lost last year, I had for 18 years. I've had him for 14 and a half. They're as much my family as anybody. So yeah, I will mourn. I was mourning the other day. Like, I thought it was over. So it put me in a weird place. I'll be honest, like mentally, like, because now he's still here. It's like, I mourned you. You were gone. Like, I had resigned myself. I'm glad he's not. I'm glad he's here. But it is kind of a weird place. But portion control and timing. Yeah. No gym needed. There you go. That was when I collected Studios 1/10 with only besides all bananas. I found them too small. Yeah. I get that. The 1/10s are like marginally too small, but then again, like you get much bigger and they get giant. That is absolutely the truth. Like because the ones I love those sideshow premium format figures. Those things are gorgeous. Those things are gigantic. I think they're like quarter or they're not six. I think they're quarter. Maybe they're 6 scale. I don't remember. But they're freaking like 20 inches tall and 14, 15 inches both directions. And yeah, and they're freaking amazing looking. But they are ginormous. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, you do have to keep them clean for sure. I do, and I got some more space down there, but I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with the other half of that room. Like, you guys can only really see about half that room um, from where I'm sitting, and then the wall behind me. Like, that's about half that room. Like, there's enough. It's not even quite half, really. Well, because you can see more of that one far wall. Like, you see more than half that far wall, the wall behind me. So, yeah, there's still quite a bit of space down there that right now is doing nothing. But I kind of want to make it more of a full man cave down there, and I got some other stuff I need to do. I just haven't. We'll figure it out. Definitely got some more work to do down there. So, one thing's the sweet spot. I get it. 1/4 scale. I have 20. TJ, I did not realize you had that many. I knew you had some. I did not realize you had 20. But they're super cool. Like, I would unlimited space. I would love to, and funds. I would have a ton of them. Like, there was a recent Poison Ivy one that I kept from the Zatanna one from last year. I went through, like, I hadn't really wanted the Storm one, and then I saw it in person, and I was like, oh, that came out like last year. There's been a couple of Catwoman ones over the years. There was a Batgirl one a few years ago. There's the new Batgirl one that is coming out this fall that you can now pre-order, and it's like, oh, um, there's a Wonder Woman one. There's been several Wonder Woman one. There's been a bunch of them that I wanted, and I just have never pulled the trigger because, yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys are doing well. I'm glad life is busy. Busy life can be great. Like, it's better to be busy than to have nothing going on. So I'm glad you guys are doing well. And yeah, hopefully we'll find another time to hang out. We can make an excuse. Mark this short. Well, my dog was never allowed into the space where the comics and stuff were until he was older. Like, and I didn't have to worry about that kind of crap anymore. So that's just me. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. That's what you do in the count. The sideshow Mando and Grogu was super cool. Yeah. There was a Ahsoka one that was super cool. Samurai Deathstroke, it's bad. Yeah. There's a lot of really cool stuff. Hey, that's fun. Things are good. Things have been weird. But things are good. We're getting by. We're hanging in there. Got a lot of stuff going on, work, life, personal, but we're making it work. We're making it work. Other than like the weather and stuff, but they would not probably hold up for very long, but they would be cool. They would look cool. It would definitely look cool. So, well, gang, we're right up at our hour. Just a couple minutes left. So, if you guys got anything you want to ask me, fire away. Like, because we got time for maybe two more questions, and then I'm gonna get out of here. And I was at my folks the last couple nights, and that's not. Last night I did not. I never sleep well when I'm not in my own space for the first couple nights. It takes me like a while to get. And last night I did not sleep at all. So I'm probably pretty much headed to bed once I get the dog outside and get him settled after I get off of here. So yeah. Recent Mall hot toy looks awesome. There you go. Mm-hmm. And walk it up. Yeah. So yeah, I was probably, I don't know, I think I laid there. Last time I remember looking at the clock and not being asleep yet was like a few minutes before 2. And then I woke up at like 5. So there was not much sleeping going on last night. It was like 1:45, 1:40 maybe. And then 5 o'clock I was like wide awake. I was like, which is when my alarm goes off on weekdays. Or the first alarm goes off. Not necessarily when I get up, but when the first alarm goes up. It will be 9. It is 9 for me here. So normally I go to bed about 10. Particularly when because I get up for work and that kind of stuff, and with the dog, and like alarm goes off at 5:15, and then I'm usually up and moving by a little after 5:30. Because I usually try to start about 7. I try to be at work if I'm here, I try to be logged in by 7. Because we have flex, so like you gotta get your 40 in, and if I do 7s, like if I do an extra hour the first 4 days of the week, then on Fridays I can take Friday afternoons off, which is usually my plan. So yeah. Yeah, no, it's not 10. I'm central. I'm not east. So, I used to be able to do that. I can't do that as well anymore. I don't function like I used to. I mean, I used to like 4 hours, perfect. 4 or 5 hours was no big deal. And I can do it every now and again. Like, I'm not too bad today. Like, I had like 4 hours last night, 3.5, 4 hours last night. And I functioned fine today. But I can't do that multiple night. I can't do that back to back like I used to. Like, if I did that again tonight, I would not function tomorrow at all. Yeah. So need good 7, 5 to 7 anymore than I'm groggy. Yeah, I don't want to sleep too long. So, um, I mean, I would love to be able to pick up some things. There's several things that I've picked up over the years. I would love to be able to upgrade right now. We're saying you're not going to get much out of the copy that I have that I'm trying to upgrade. But at the moment, I'm just staying on my list that I've had running and what I have left, and that's just kind of where I'm focused. And I mean, yeah, there's some things that are out there that are super good deals right now. They're really, it has brought some books that I'd kind of given up on back within my range. So it's like, oh, if they stay here, could I maybe add them to my list going forward? Um, but at the moment, I haven't really shifted my list yet from what I had been going on the last few years. So, like, as long as I get consistently 6, I'm doing pretty well. I get less than about 6, then particularly if I get less than 6 multiple days in a row, I start to struggle a little bit. But I rarely, I mean, like, I'll go to bed usually most nights. Like, I go in there 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'll read for a little bit. It's like 10:30, 11 before I go to sleep. I'm getting up at 5:30, right? So you're getting about 6 or so, and that usually works pretty well for me. So. See, that's just it. And I don't know that I'm upgrading anything at the moment. I'm still working on the 50 and I'm still adding some stuff, but maybe next year I'll really like focus on some upgrades and see. And I don't know exactly what I'll do because I hate to do, you know. I mean, a big one for me to upgrade would be my Tech 359 because it's come down pretty close to where it was before. I'd love to upgrade my PC Comics Presents 26 because like when I bought it as 9.2, you can now get like a 9.6 for that. Like I would upgrade. Let me look. And I don't know that I'll get them upgraded. I just like those would be things that I've considered because yeah, there's like higher like I don't. That's not what I want. Stop being stupid. All right. So yeah, I probably wouldn't upgrade that. I probably wouldn't upgrade that. Um, I mean, my 181 is down to like yeah, but I would never upgrade that anyway. But the tech potentially it's basically back down to the price I bought it at. Um, so I wouldn't lose money if I sold it right now. That Tech 359, it's back down to where I bought it. Uh, but potentially I could get a little higher grade for not much more. Um, you know, the Brave and the Bold 50 has come down since I bought it. There's a potential, or 54 has come down since I bought it. My Star Wars Volume 1 is worth less than when I bought it. That would be one I would potentially upgrade from a 9.0. Those are probably, yeah. my Brave and the Bold that I got at the 5.5, which I bought it raw, and that's what I thought it was, and I'm still like in good shape with it, but boy, it's come down some. I could, the Brave and the Bold 60, the Donna Troy. My first Carol, like it, like it's come down. Like I bought that one raw and then graded at 6.5, and it's come down where I could potentially upgrade it. There's several potentials. The DC Comics Presents is the one that's like plummeted. My first Talia, Detective 411, that thing is plummeted. I paid like $400 for that. It was a pretty good deal at the time. And now like a 5.5 is like $160. Like, yeah. I mean, so there's just a few in there that I know have come down that it would be a good time to upgrade potentially. So, all right. Well, I'm way behind on comments. I get any sleep before midnight. I get good rest, especially waking up 4:48. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. We were way past our hour. Probably never hear my alarm. Let's see what's happening. Hey, there's Sharon. What is going on? So I was not paying attention. You were right. I was like, Carlita asked me a question, and I was in the zone. But I'm glad you're here. I haven't talked to you for a while either. I've been a slacker, but I'm awesome to see you, Sharon. Glad to see Kachung and Delphi show up for a little bit. And everybody else that's usually a Frog Brawler, Carlito, my regulars. Appreciate you guys as well. Well, we'll be here again. So, yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow for Cash Trash and my usual stuff this week. And with that, I'm going to get out of here and probably go crash and read a little bit before I crash. All right. Later, everybody.